around in circles. So we're gonna get on to some more important games in the NFL. We got Buffalo is traveling to Kansas City to take on my boy and Anthony boy Patrick Mahomes, and
My homeboy, the
then
GOAT.
we got Tom Brady.
Stop it.
We got Tom Brady going up to Lambeau to play Aaron Rodgers for the NFC Championship game. Which one out of them four quarterbacks have the most pressure on them to perform this weekend? This time we'll start with Roderick.
I'll have to go with Aaron Rodgers. I'll definitely have to go with Aaron Rodgers. You got to think about it. You got to think about it. Coming to the season, they drafted a quarterback. Instead of building around Aaron Rodgers like they should have, because they didn't think he could really play, obviously he's shown that. They drafted Jordan Love instead of drafting a receiver, a solid receiver, to go with Devontae Adams. You got to think about it, though. Patrick Mahomes won MVP in 2018. Last season, won the Super Bowl. So he's taking over the league. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, you got 2 MVPs in a Super Bowl, but you haven't won it in the same time, the same year. He got a chance to do that this year. That's big. If he does that, that's all. I'm still here, Pat. What you got to say? Okay? You got to think about all the weapons they had. Aaron Jones, underrated. For me, he's a top 5 running back this season. He's been playing lights out. Devontae Adams, hey.
He's the best wide receiver in football.
Wait, right? This season, I'm not going to say
this season,
the best.
Maybe.
He's not going to be. He's the best receiver, but this season he is the best receiver. And you got Alan Lazard, who stepped up all year. I know he's probably not the favorite as a second option, but he plays solid. And that defense, they got some players in the secondary. Last season, they wasn't like that. I guess another year in the system, they playing lights out. So this is the best chance that he has in a long time to win a Super Bowl. You got to think about it. Tom Brady, okay, the Bucs got Tom Brady. We wasn't picking him to win right away. We just wanted to make it to the playoffs and win. And he has done that. They beat the Saints. Nobody thought they'll make it that far. Mahomes, they won the Super Bowl last year. They right where they are. Jared Allen, nobody thinks the Bills will pay this good. They're doing that. But Aaron Rodgers, come on. The pressure's on him. Go ahead. I'll let you. I got more to say, but I'll let you. I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
I'm not going to lie. I 100% agree with everything you just said. 1,000% actually. That was my answer, but since that is the correct answer, I'm gonna try to go with something off of the beaten path. This is gonna be a bit of a hypothetical. Let's say Patrick Mahomes doesn't have concussion protocol, which wasn't necessarily concussion protocol. It was concussion-ish. He got whiplash from the back of his head getting pulled, and he got the wind knocked out of him. So when he started to lumber into the ground, the NFL wasn't letting him back in. That was not a concussion. He was fine because he was tweeting during the game. He was okay. So he's going to play. But let's say hypothetically that one play doesn't happen. You are the 2 years removed MVP and last year's Super Bowl MVP. You have the favorite not only to win the AFC, but to win the title. And you also are going up against a quarterback who is not supposed to be here and a team who is not supposed to be here.
What?
I'm talking about in the sense of general consensus. The Bills are an amazing team. I'm talking about if you was to be like who's going to be in the AFC Championship game, a lot of people would not have had the Bills next to the Chiefs starting at the beginning of the season. Okay. So you, as Patrick Mahomes, that dude, one game away from the Super Bowl, one game away from repeating within the first 5 years of your career, which will put you only next to one other man in the NFL ever, Thomas Edward Patrick Goat Brady. Okay.
I thought Mahomes was the GOAT.
Mahomes is taking the spot away from Tom Brady, who has it currently. Let's go ahead, B1000. I can speak the future because I am a prophet. Okay, so I know what will happen. That's why it hurts me to even not be able to give the pressure that Patrick Mahomes deserves, because if he loses, he has a built-in excuse of he was injured, concussion. Was he 100%? We all know that Patrick Mahomes is going to go out there and play his best game possible, but I personally feel as though this is a game where people are going to start to looking at him, especially with the way that the offense was playing. All of those, even against the Browns, they was doing good, but in a sense of the way that the Chiefs have set up, the way that people feel about how their offense should run. The Bills don't have a great defense. We're not going to sit here and cap. They have a great player. What is his name? Tre'Davious.
They held Lamar to 3 points.
They don't got a great defense.
I don't want to talk about that.
But they got a solid.
Don't make me do that.
They held Lamar to 3
don't
points.
Make me do that. Don't make me do that.
They held Lamar 3 points, man.
Don't make me mention how Lamar messed that game up multiple times and had chances to score points on 4 different occasions. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that and talk about how they almost drove down the field a few different times and Lamar was the reason that they didn't get to where they needed to get to. Don't make me talk about Lamar Jackson right now because I'm still sad that he did that to me. And he could have won.
You're not gonna give the Bills credit?
If we being real, Josh Allen only scored 10 points on Saturday. Like
exactly,
we're not gonna act like he just outplayed Lamar Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. Mahomes, the Bills is good. What are you though? Are you what they say you are? Are you what we say you are? If so, this is a game you should win in preparation to going up against a difficult test in the Super Bowl. Because you're going to be going up against one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks ever, no matter who wins. But you got to do your part. Don't do what LeBron James and Kobe Bryant did to us and make us take away from us what we deserve. We deserve new GOAT versus old, one of the greats, one of the old GOATs. Don't do what LeBron James and Kobe Bryant did. Win this game, go to the Super Bowl and give yourself a chance to make history being the first team to go back-to-back since the person that you're going to be matched up against, probably, because I think Tom Brady's going to win. You're going to be matched up against the last person to do this. So you need to.
Please don't let Tom Brady win. Tom Brady.
I feel like
please.
This is gonna sound weird. As a Drew Brees fan, I want Tom Brady to win because that then diminishes the legacy of one Aaron Rodgers, who is still in the extreme debate of who is number. You know what I mean? Who on the list is
Aaron Rodgers is better than Drew Brees. Hey, come on, man. Aaron Rodgers is better than Drew Brees.
But if Aaron
Rodgers
not
still talk about that.
Why they both only got 1 Super Bowl if he just that
Aaron
much
Rodgers better than Drew Brees.
But what if he lose? But what if he lose?
As a
He's
Cowboy fan,
better coaches, better defenses.
No. As a Cowboy fan, he had Mike McCarthy. I saw what Mike McCarthy do. He ain't a good coach. They fired the man.
Mike McCarthy isn't a great coach. Okay, that was
no.
They fired the man. Hey, they fired the man.
Isn't a great coach.
And they went to back-to-back NFC Championship games. Hey, Roger, am I right? What happened last year?
Did Green Bay not go to the NFC Championship? The Cowboys is bad, but it was not all on McCarthy. That defensive coordinator is trash. I blame McCarthy for bringing him in.
Who hired him?
I blame that's what McCarthy's fault. But that defense is horrible because of that defensive coordinator. You got to think about it. When Dak was in, that offense was playing solid.
My question is, if you hire the people and the company goes bad, ain't it your fault?
Yes.
Yeah.
You the head coach, and that was your guy. You pulled him. That was your guy. And he failed.
I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did that.
He took from the Saints, right? Didn't he come from the Saints?
Huh?
Didn't he come from the Saints? He was like the Saints linebacker coach last year, wasn't he? Didn't he work for y'all?
Hell no.
I don't know if he was working for him. Don't put him on my Saints. I don't know about that.
Hell no.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he was working for the Saints. I don't know about that. I don't like that. I don't like how you just randomly was like he must have been working for the Saints. I don't know.
Google it.
We didn't have good defenses. Okay.
He was out of a job for years.
Well, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. I think the quarterback that has all the pressure on him is Tom Brady. no, hold on, let me say my point. This is my first time talking all day. I'm gonna say Tom Brady because he has the pressure because he wants to get one more up on Bill. So this is probably his best chance. This is probably his best chance, dog. If he don't win it this year, he ain't gonna never win it.
I agree.
So this is his chance to one up Bill. So he has to win this year. This is probably his last chance at the Super Bowl because I don't think him and Bruce Arians like each other. I don't see how this lasted for a long time. So that's just my 2 cents. I think Tom Brady has the most pressure. And then plus he won't everybody I think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. I think if he was in New England too, he'd have 6 Super Bowls. But that's just me being me.
I can name 9 quarterbacks that if they were in New Orleans would have. I mean, if they were in New England would have 6 Super Bowls. But that doesn't diminish his. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback, yes. But this
Trey.
Anytime, like you can't expect the first year for anything to manifest in a sense of like pressure. Like, and then when it comes to the Bill Belichick and Tom Brady conversation, y'all do realize that if Bill Belichick gets I'm saying if because this is a big if Bill Belichick gets another quarterback that is even 70 to 75% of Tom Brady and he wins 2 more Super Bowls, that's it because Tom Brady will probably only win a maximum of 1 more. He, as a coach, has 10 more years to coach.
He would have beat him to it. Hey, it don't matter who got it first. Remember when Shaq and Kobe had a debate? Shaq, I got mine first, so that's all that matters. It don't matter if Kobe won 2 more after that. Shaq got him, but Shaq proved first that I was better than you and I didn't need you first. It took you years to get your ring after I left. It took Shaq 2 years. It took Shaq 2 years.
But if you ask anybody who's ranking the echelon of NBA players, nobody's putting Shaq over Kobe.
I am.
I mean, I am, but like if you ask general consensus, nobody's doing it because they feel as though Kobe's were harder. They feel that. I don't agree, but they feel as though Kobe's were harder to do, and he has 2 of them. So it's like, okay, Shaq, you got 4, I got 5. So let's say, with that same situation, okay, Brady, you got 1 without me. I went and got 3 without you. It may have took me 6 years, but I went and got 3 without you. That just let me know that all I needed was another similar to you and I could do it again. That would make everybody's argument that he could do it with any good quarterback and not just Brady. Brady's argument is only valid if Belichick never wins again.
Yeah, and one more thing, Trey, you gotta think about it. The Bucks already got farther than what we expected them to get.
True.
Nobody thought we knew that they'll make the playoffs, but we didn't think they'll make it this far. And if I see Aaron Rodgers having his best season ever, the most touchdowns he ever had in one season, 48, and second highest passing rating. And if he doesn't end it off with the weapons that he have around him, it's a Buck season.
All right. Hey, but I got one thing to dispute, man. I just find it so funny that one quarterback went 14-1 and another quarterback went 13-3, and it's such Aaron Rodgers unanimous MVP. I don't see how when the stats, Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers stats are basically identical. They both had great seasons. One loss, 1 game. One loss.
Can I answer that question?
I just don't see it. Why?
I'm gonna give you 2 points as to why they're gonna give it to Aaron Rodgers clearly over Patrick Mahomes. 1, they feel as though touchdowns weigh more than yards do. So, because he has more touchdowns, it's outweighed than Mahomes having more yards. 2, it's the same thing that it is in the NBA. It's narrative. What is the narrative? Green Bay left Aaron Rodgers for dead. They cast him out. They cast him off. They picked another quarterback. They stopped believing in him. And Patrick Mahomes is going to keep doing the same thing that he's doing because he has 2 Pro Bowl skill position players that may be able to do the same thing that they're doing without him. Maybe.
And the best play caller.
Because I don't personally believe that Travis Kelce is Travis Kelce without Patrick Mahomes. I don't believe that Tyreek Hill. I do believe they're good. I don't believe they're great. I do believe they're good. I don't believe they're great. You better ask Jimmy Graham what a great quarterback will do for you and what a 1 that's in a different system will do for you. Because Jimmy
That's a
Graham was on a
fact.
Hall of Fame arc. He was better than Gronk with Drew Brees. Got with Russell Wilson, who's in a different system, and he looked like an average tight end. So I'm not gonna. So, but it's the narrative.
And
The
with
narrative
Aaron Rodgers
is-
too. And with Aaron Rodgers too, he wasn't the same.
So like the narrative comes off is Patrick Mahomes technically had it easier than Aaron Rodgers did, and they did the exact same thing. So they got to give it to the person who they believe had a harder road and did the exact same thing.
Hey, man,
Even though
I saw Aaron Rodgers lose 38-10 at Tampa Bay, man. Patrick Mahomes lost one time. It was like 3 points to Oakland. Like, so I'm just saying, man.
But whose stats are better though? Like I think overall, Aaron Rodgers got better stats. Even though they're similar, Aaron Rodgers' stats is better.
Mahomes played 15 games, dog. He had the AFC wrapped up after 15 games.
It's one thing too.
Go ahead.
People, and this is gonna sound weird, they think the NFC is better than the AFC in the sense of competition. Like they believe the competition is closer in the NFC than it is in the AFC. They treat the Chiefs like Golden State. Do you like Curry got his one MVP, his two MVPs? They don't really like to give it to players like that. Mahomes is gonna get the LeBron James treatment for the rest of his career now because he started too early, too good. When you do 50 touchdowns, 5,000 year two, 42 touchdowns and 48,000 is looking like average. You see what I'm saying? And he missed the game.
Yeah, like,
all right, man.
You gotta think about it. Did Mahomes get really better from last season and now? Not really.
Yes.
He stayed the same.
Yeah, no, the record,
yes,
man. They went 14-1, dog. They went 14-1.
I'm talking about him individually.
Every single year, they have added tape on you. So there's no player ever in history that will have multiple just record setting, but because there's tape. But if he's able to stay consistent, which he did, while the competition gets harder around him, which it did, because the teams around him got better, like the Raiders and the Chargers, got better than they were last year. And he was able to do very similar. He got better as a quarterback. He's reading defenses better. He's running less. He's doing less wild passes, and he has less potential intercepted passes that just so happen to be lucky, which happened a lot last year. He had a lot of passes last year that should have been intercepted that wasn't. They was tipped and dropped, or they was tipped and the wide receiver caught it. And there was a lot of luck that happened. I wouldn't look this up. It was on Pro Football Focus. He had a lot of potential intercepted passes that he just lucked out and it didn't happen. This year, that's been cut down. And the reason things have been a little bit harder is because things have been a little bit harder. You see what I'm saying? Like the teams have been playing better and they know him better. His offense hasn't changed at all. All they got different was a running back that's Clyde Edwards-Helaire is Le'Veon Bell was walk.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was having a great year before. He's solid.
Having a great year and being a great running back or
as a rookie, he's solid.
He's all right.
He's
all right. Because when he goes up against great defenses, he's not Clyde Edwards-Helaire anymore. He's just Clyde. And the other half of him disappears. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and say he's good. Not great. He's serviceable. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, it's hard he can win you 2 games. A good running back can win you 4 or 5.
But you don't like with that offense they have, you don't really need a great running back, if that makes sense.
Agree.
That's not really needed.
All right, we're gonna end it like this. I'm gonna say this that even Patrick Mahomes, after he won the Super Bowl, he went on to the shop and he even said that he has not been reading defenses, that he's just now starting how to read defenses, and that was going to this season. So obviously, like Anthony said, he is getting better in that aspect of the thinking the game. But this was a great episode, guys. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Roger, for coming on.
Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes better not run another option play in his career ever again. Ever.
You got anything else to say, Roger?
No, I'm good over here.
This has been another episode of My Point Exactly. I'm your host, Trey Stein. Thank you. This is Spot On Sports, where we're not just accurate, we're spot on. Peace.
We thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode. Be sure to check out more shows here on this YouTube page, such as SOS Discussions or My Point Exactly. And most of all,
keep watching Spot On Sports.
It's a new wave of sports that's sweeping the nation. We're not just accurate, it's spot on.